Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I read my few words of tribute to our dear Vice Chancellor, Leah Marango, I'd just like to briefly say how I joined ANU. And I joined ANU through a scholarship program that was championed by Professor Marango and a few others. And it was meant to support children of staff members. And my brother and I were one of the first beneficiaries of that program, and where we did computer science. And after finishing and graduating with very good honors, I came back to ANU as a graduate assistant. And through the mentorship of Professor Marango, I joined the faculty members as I pursued my master's. And later on, by God's grace, I joined my PhD program, which I just completed last month. And also by God's grace and mentorship of Professor, I became the deputy head of department, and I'm the head of department of the computer science department. And I want to thank Professor for that great mentorship, working with us, coming from a very humble background, but holding our hands and working with us up to where we are. So I will read a few words of tribute and farewell to Professor. Our guest of honor tonight, Professor Leah T. Marango, the chairman of African Nazarene University, Council and Board of Trustees, Dr. Philma Ochambo, the ANU Chancellor, Dr. Jerry Lambert, incoming Vice Chancellor, Dr. Stanley Bebe, members of the University Council, senior leaders in government and private sector, ANU staff, faculty and students, alumni, distinguished guests and friends and family. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As I stand here tonight, Professor, I don't know if I should speak as your employee, as your mentee, or as your son, because I am all this to you. Tonight, I want to speak on behalf of your many sons and daughters that you have nurtured, whose careers you have built and transformed to be world-class citizens in the marketplace. From Nairobi to Johannesburg, from Tokyo, Japan to Sydney, Australia, New York to Canada, all over Africa and all over the world, you have developed and released individuals who are serving humanity all over the world. Regardless of the backgrounds we came from, you treated us the same. You created for us limitless opportunities to grow, and you became the giant on whose shoulders we stood, and we saw ahead and shaped our personal visions. Out of the many years of your service, individuals and generations have been transformed. Great men and women have been released to serve in the government and private sectors, locally and internationally. Your impact shall indeed outlive you for many years and generations to come. There are three phrases that have been very synonymous with you in your speech, in your character, and in everything we do. And that is, you have broken the glass ceilings, breaking protocol, and also breaking the red tapes. These are three phrases that you have continuously repeated, and you have exhibited them in everything that you have been doing. And you have shown us that for great things to happen, we should not look for paths that others have formed, but we should look for where there is no path and leave a trail. You have shown us that we have to dream beyond our wildest imaginations, to have faith in the things unseen, to have the courage to embrace our fears, and no matter where we are, to reach out for our own stars. We are here today because you saw potential in us, even when we did not believe in ourselves. We are here today because you believed in us, even when others did not. We are here today because you created a platform of opportunities and growth for all of us. We are here today because you are passionate about building others and did all that you could to ensure that we are excellent in what we do. We are here today because you sacrificed your comfort and resources to make African Nazarene University dream become a reality. You created an oasis of world-class quality teaching, research, and innovation that has been a beginning of many individuals and initiatives that have transformed the world. You built capacity and established talented and committed staff and faculty members who believed in your dreams and teamed up with you to make ANU the great place it is today. We can only give God the glory for all that he has enabled you to achieve in your 21 years of service to ANU. As I end tonight, I would like to say a few words to the current and incoming leadership. An institution stands strong when it is continuously anchored on the dreams of its founders, who worked so hard to build the structures, systems, and capacity to run the core objectives of that institution. Professor Marango has worked so hard for 21 years. She has built the foundations of this great institution. She has put its structures in place. She has established stable systems of operation and management. She has shared her vision for the institution and her dream for the many years to come. It is my belief that as you gracefully take up the mantle from her, and as Jesus said to his disciples, you will even do greater things than she has done. As Galatians 6:9 tells us, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Professor Marango, for 21 years, you did not grow weary of doing good, and at the proper times you have reaped, and you shall continue to reap the harvest of your good work. As a son does not bid farewell to their mother and mentor, I shall not bid farewell to you tonight, as I believe that the only thing that has changed is your physical address. I know you will continue to be available to us for mentorship, guidance, and sharing in our successes, as God continues to use us in great ways through the attributes that you imparted in us of competency, character, and serving humanity. God bless you, Professor Marango. We love you, and we thank God for you. Thank you very much.